I have more games than I could ever dream of playing, let alone finishing. You clicked on this video, so you probably do too. Now, there are several ways to tackle the backlog as a gamer. You could start by playing one game, any game, sink 5 hours into it just to realize that you don't even like the genre. It doesn't sound too bad, but that's not always the answer. It would probably keep the cycle of avoiding your game library going. So I got an idea for how to fix that for myself, but maybe it will inspire you too? Before I get into it, hi, I'm Ruogz, and I used to be afraid of my game library. This channel's purpose is to overcome that. So you'll find reviews to a variety of different games on here as shorts, some full playthroughs, and soon hopefully in-depth reviews and achievement hunts as long-form videos as I work through my backlog. Fair warning about the playthroughs, I play story-driven games in the most chaotic way possible. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now, the idea I mentioned previously. I started this series that I like to call 365 games in 365 days, or I have too many games so I'm playing a new game every day for an hour to figure out which ones are worth investing my time in. Did you get that? It may sound counterproductive, but the goals are improving my enjoyment of video games. I got to a point where none of my over 500 games seemed interesting enough. You've probably been at that point where you just gravitate around the same 3 games and completely avoid your backlog, even though you would really like to play that one game that came out in 2023 that you bought on release. That's where I was at in late 2025. Jumping over the barrier that is starting a game. I have ADHD, diagnosed, and it's difficult to pick up a game and play through it properly and completely. That's in part due to the overwhelming amount of games I've amassed over the last 7 years, but also because I need a very specific game for my very specific moods, you know? If I want to play a farming game, sure, I could play Stardew Valley, but I want something new and not pixel art today, so I'm gonna play Coral Island. But it's not actually that easy because starting a completely new game is overwhelming in itself, so I kept putting it off. But this series forces me to jump over that barrier so that when I am eventually in a farming game that's new and not pixel art mood, I already know which ones I enjoyed for the little bit that I played. Creating content and consistency. This one might not apply to you, but I'll share anyway. I used to stream on Twitch, which is actually the reason why I bought so many games I never touched, because I got them specifically to stream, and then over time I streamed less and less, and when I would stream, I wouldn't enjoy the games as much as I would have off stream. Last year I decided to take content creation more seriously because I already worked in social media, but I didn't have such a hands-on approach as I do with my personal channels, so I wanted to challenge myself. Initially, the plan was to play, record, edit, and post every day for an entire year. That lasted the whole of January, but it was to the detriment of my social life, sleep schedule, and other commitments. So I reassessed and landed on posting once or twice a week, sometimes more, sometimes 7 times a week, but that's not the point. The point is that it helped me get used to the workflow. I'm more comfortable talking to the camera, though not yet entirely, but I still show up and do it. I've been enjoying editing a lot more, and I get to do one of my favorite things, which is interacting with people from all over the world and talking about our shared interest, gaming. Lastly, buying less games. Overconsumption and overspending are huge issues I've seen a lot of gamers deal with over the years. Obviously, that happens with a lot of other things like Pokemon cards, shoes, mugs in my case. Technically, they are collections, sure, but that doesn't mean you're not still overconsuming and overspending. I know I am. Although, I did pick my no-buy year a few times already and have included new games into the challenge as it went on. I'm happy with where I'm at currently because this challenge also taught me what kind of games I enjoy, so I'm way more mindful with what I spend my money and time on. So yeah. With that yap out of the way, I'm trying to get through every game and game demo I've ever downloaded and never given a proper try before. Or that's new and I just wanted to play it. In the first 6 months of this year, I got through playing at least an hour of 181 games, out of which I actually finished 19% of them. Out of that 19%, 12 games were finished and 23 were actually 100%ed. Now if you're curious what those games are, maybe get some inspiration to prioritize certain games, keep watching. I'm gonna divide this video into DNF'd, UGBNB, F, 100%ed, NTEA'd, and demo/playtest. When it comes to those I've 100%ed, I'm actually gonna start posting videos on each of those that stood out to me the most. So maybe potentially subscribe if that sounds interesting. Anyway, let's get into it. This is the longest list of all, and that is DNF'd. There are various reasons why I haven't finished these, so I'll rank them based on how likely I am to pick them up again and finish them this year. The ranking goes as, gonna play through it ASAP, probably after I finish the S tier ones, or if I'm in a very specific mood and they fit. Either I'm staying up all night playing it in one sitting or forgetting about it until next year. Wouldn't be my first choice, or second, or third, but maybe fourth. Not going back to it this year, but perchance in the future. Okay, it's been about a week since I last filmed, but I decided to put on the same clothes for, consistency, make it more cohesive. But yeah, I am now ready to do this tier list. We're gonna start off very strong with Doom 64, which, you probably know what Doom 64 is. I didn't personally grow up with it. I was born 2 years after it got released, so it was the first game I DNF'd because I don't have the time to invest in Doom 64 right now, but it's a really good game. I was really impressed. I don't play shooters much. I do have 2,000 hours in Valorant, but let's not look at that. And especially do not look at my peak rank, okay? Anyway, I really enjoyed it, but I don't think I'm gonna be going back to it this year. I think it's gonna have to go in probably after I finish the S tier ones, or if I'm in a very specific mood and they fit. Because it is a really good game. It's just not for right now, you know? Then we have Soma. I am gonna go back to it this year. I didn't enjoy it as much as people thought I would. It got recommended to me so many times, and it is a really good game. Don't get me wrong. It is fantastic. It's just so scary. I'm actually playing through it on stream, or was playing through it on stream, and I was forced into not going the peaceful, the easy mode, which I would have personally chosen because I don't do very well with chases and stealth and such, so I actually couldn't deal with it anymore, so I had to just drop it for a few months. But I am gonna go and play through it ASAP because I'm sick of seeing it downloaded. I need to get it done. So on to the next one. Shashinko Learn Japanese with Photography. I really enjoyed it. I learned quite a few words, but because I haven't picked it up since I played through it a little bit, I forgot everything. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go back to it this year, but perchance in the future, because I do really like the concept. I think it's really well made. You can learn quite a bit. If you're a beginner, this is great. Or if you just, want to practice and make it fun. But I am learning Finnish first. I can't really start learning Japanese. Finnish is my priority right now. And even that is not going that great. So I'm gonna leave it for the future. We have Snufkin Melody of Moon Valley next. And I'm gonna say either I'm staying up all night playing it in one sitting or forgetting about it until next year. Because I almost did that. It's also quite short. So I'm actually kind of surprised at myself that I haven't finished it because I love finishing short games like that. Same with Nayad, actually. I really enjoyed it, but it is very slow. And it's like, if I remember correctly, like 6 hours long. I like 2 to 6 hour games. So I'm gonna say the same for this one. We Are OFK. Now this one, I really thought I was gonna like it. I thought I was gonna love it actually, because it's queer. It's just very inclusive all around. It's story driven. It looked like my exact go-to type of game. But this one is just more, I'd say like a TV show, but in the form of a game, which is not what I was expecting it to be. So because of that, I would say I'm not going back to it this year, but perchance in the future. I didn't go into it with the mindset that I was going to be watching it. I went into it thinking I was going to be playing it, experiencing it myself. It's just you have to go into it with the right mindset, which I didn't, so Inmost is a platformer that is absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. The story is very creepy but beautiful. I haven't really been in a platformer mood much lately. I'm gonna say that this one wouldn't be my first choice or second or third, but maybe fourth, because I do really enjoy it. I just don't really reach for platformers right now, Viewfinder is a puzzle game unlike any I've seen before, and I had so much fun with it. I absolutely loved it. It's unique. It's a puzzling puzzle game. I would really like to go back to it very soon. I think I'm gonna play through it ASAP. Next is Solitarica, which I really enjoyed. If you know me, I love solitaire. My mother instilled that into me since I was a very, very small child. I was basically born with solitaire in my hands. I love solitaire, and I really enjoyed the concept of Solitarica. I don't typically go for, I think it's a roguelite or roguelike, actually, maybe. I remember I really enjoyed it. That I can say that for sure. Yeah, it wouldn't be my first choice or second or third, but maybe fourth. Next is Witchwood, which I have been thinking ever since I played it that I want to finish it, and I have not found the time to do so. And it's not even that long, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna play through it ASAP. It's very beautiful, very easy. It's like super easy to get into. It's extremely cozy. I feel like it's the coziest game I've played. It's a lot of fun, but I don't have the time. Same with Pikuniku. I'm so upset at myself that I haven't finished this one. I think I'm pretty close to the end. It's just, again, I haven't had the time. Do I put it in after? No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna play through it ASAP again because I've been thinking about it ever since I played it. I just have not been able to finish it. Unlike Terraria, which this is gonna be a hot take. I am so sorry. Also, I feel like Terraria maybe should have been put into UGBNB, but I have heard that it does have an actual ending, so I was like, okay, so technically you can finish it, so I'm just gonna put it in DNF. But I feel like maybe I should have put it in UGBNB But alas, I am not gonna go back to it this year. I really enjoyed it. It was, well, maybe not really. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But the lack of tutorials on PC is astonishing, honestly. I did not expect to be just thrown into it. I had a lot of trouble understanding what I'm supposed to do, but I think it's a good game. Like, I know there was that guy that tells you what to do, but still, in the future, I'm definitely gonna play it through it at one point. Maybe not completely, but at least more than I already have. Little Kitty Big City, this one I was kind of disappointed by. I really enjoyed the very beginning, but then it was so slow. Not in a good way, you know? I don't remember much about it, honestly. I just remember I had really mixed feelings. Quite a few quality of life things that are missing for me to be really enjoying this. So I want to put it in wouldn't be my first choice, but maybe fourth, because it is like a cozy game that I would like to play just regularly, you know, until I finish it. But I don't think it's for this year. I don't think so. Bug Snacks. Okay, I loved Bug Snacks. It was a lot of fun, but it is not my kind of go-to game. It is very different actually to the games that I would usually play. So I think I'm gonna put it in here next to Doom because I enjoyed it, but it's not really my go-to. But I would like to put more time into it, you know? Because I do think it's well written. Anyway, let me not ramble for too long. Kindergarten is completely unhinged. Wow, I did not expect that game to be so unhinged. It was an interesting experience. Definitely not going back to it this year. That's not on the list of priorities at all. It's very unhinged. It's funny at times, but also, again, not really my kind of game. So that's gonna be put on the back burner. Alice Madness Returns. This one was a little tiny bit of a cheat because I did watch my sister play through it when I was a kid. I don't remember if she let me play through it. I think she did. So technically I have played this before. But anyway, I have mixed feelings again because I think it's a good game still. Just it didn't really age that well for me. So I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year. As much as I enjoyed it and as much as I think it's a good game, it's not really for this year, you know? Darkest Dungeon is a fantastic game. It's also slightly unhinged. It's extremely hard. I was not expecting it to be that hard, honestly, but you know what? It's still good. I still had fun with it. I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year just because it's not really my kind of game. Like, puzzle games, cozy, that's kind of what I've been into this year at least. Little Known Galaxy, I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. It's kind of like a Stardew Valley in space is the best way I can describe it. I don't want to compare it too much to Stardew because they are two completely different games, but just to, you know, get an idea of what it's like. I think it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it and I'm excited to eventually get back into it. But I am gonna put it here because if I'm looking for a farming game, I'm probably just gonna play Coral Island, honestly. Crypt of the Necrodancer. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this one. Like this much. Because I have a 60% keyboard, which made it incredibly hard to actually play the game. My finger got swollen from holding down the function button, which, you know, made it so that I couldn't play for an hour. I only played for 30 minutes. I enjoy the concept. I think it has really solid gameplay, but because I can't currently play it, I'm gonna say not going back to it this year. When I get a better keyboard that's not 60%, I'm gonna give it another try. You know what? I haven't tried with controller. Does it even support controller? I hope it does, but maybe I should try with controller. Although I'm pretty bad at controller. Anyway, on to the next one. Moonlighter. I really enjoyed this one. I think it's a really good game, but I think I'm gonna put it in, wouldn't be my first choice, but maybe fourth, because I enjoyed it, but again, wouldn't be my first choice. It would be my fourth choice, I feel. Maybe it would be my third, but I'm definitely not staying up all night playing it in one sitting, because the whole store situation with the RNG of setting prices, I didn't really enjoy that. But what I did enjoy is Frog Home. I'm gonna play through it as soon as possible. I've been telling myself, okay, today you're gonna set aside some time to play through Frog Home, because I'm very close to the end. and I still have not finished it. And I am so sad that I haven't finished it yet because I really enjoyed it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. Air Memories of Old. I was a bit disappointed. I thought I was gonna love it, but it feels a little bit janky. I really didn't like the flying. You have to press S to go up and W to go down, which I know other games have done before, but it really put me off of it. I'm gonna say not going back to it this year. Maybe in the future. Maybe. Gris, I don't think I need to say more. It's an absolutely beautiful game. Art style, mind-blowing. It's so visually stunning. Unfortunately, I do have the classic bug. There's a bird at one point and it's supposed to blow you away, and every single time I've tried to get back into the game, it just won't let me go past that. So because of that, I have not been able to finish the game because every time I boot it up, I'm still stuck there. Every single time. I've looked up solutions. I can't find anything. If you have a solution, please let me know in the comments because I need to get that fixed because I want to play through it, and I have uninstalled and reinstalled. It's not getting fixed. Spirit of the North. I really enjoyed it. I had to try and remember. I really enjoyed it. I think it's beautiful. The platforming was quite fun, even though at times it was a little bit janky. So I'm gonna say I'm not going back to it this year. Nairobi is a super fun game that is absolutely brutal. It's so brutal. I love the art style. It reminds me of Studio Ghibli, and I think I'm gonna put it in either I'm staying up all night playing it in one sitting or forgetting about it until next year. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. I love Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. I did not love this one. I did not. Oh, hi Mark. I think there are a lot of things that could have been better. There are also a lot of things that could have been worse, but I didn't really like the whole shooting thing, the having to go through the bank robbery over and over and over again, especially with the RNG of the elevator. So I'm not going back to it this year, unfortunately. It did get more fun as I continued playing. It's just for the future. Beyond Blue, again, another game that I'm so sad I haven't finished. I think I'm gonna put it here because it's addicting. Addicting. English is not my first language. It's a really good game. You get to swim with the whales and with the fish. You get to learn actual information about the species that you encounter. And it's really good. It's just not really a priority, you know? But I did really enjoy my time with it. And I think I played that one for way more. Just like I did Box's Lost Fragments, which I really, really enjoyed. And I heard The Room too. It was a huge inspiration. And that's on my list to play very, very soon. I am this close to finishing it. I just got a game-breaking bug at the very end. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to finish it. But I think I'm gonna say after I finish the S tier ones, because I did really enjoy it. The puzzles weren't really difficult, which I kind of like. Maybe that's controversial. I kind of like easy puzzles. I swear it's not because I'm stupid. I swear. I often treat gaming as escapism. You know, it's like, this is my escape, gaming. So when I encounter really hard puzzles, like I did in Outer Wilds, for example, I almost quit Outer Wilds a few times because I was so lost, and also because I'm so used to games like this. But then again, it's great to have games that take you out of that comfortable zone, you know, of, oh yeah, easy games, those are my jam, you know. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Okay, moving on. Honestly, I don't remember the differences between them, but I just remember the feeling. You know, I remember I really enjoyed the Dark Side Detective way more. And I played through way more of the cases that they provide in there too. So, Batman the video game, I'm sorry. I did not enjoy it. I don't really remember what the issue was, but it kept putting Robin instead of Batman as the playable character, and I don't want to play as Robin. I'm sorry. I don't want to play as Robin. I love Batman. I don't love Robin. I enjoyed the Lego Batman 2 way more than this one. So I'm gonna put this one in perchance in the future. Mutazione, again, another one that I want to play through it ASAP. I've been telling myself that I'm gonna go back to it and I still haven't. But I hope soon. It is so beautiful. The art style, the writing, everything is just so beautiful. I really enjoyed it. The audio design was also so good. It was so satisfying. The sounds were so creamy. I still remember them. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Child of Light? No, not this year. unfortunately, I don't even remember much about it. I think that's a good enough reason to put it into that one. Nobody Wants to Die. Again, I'm so sad I haven't finished this one. It's exactly my go-to type of game. It's story-driven. There's also a detective part of the gameplay, but it's like the game holds your hand a lot. So you don't really get to figure things out yourself, but it's still, you know, the part of the gameplay is there. And I want to play through it very, very soon. Just, I need some time. I need to find some time. Honestly, same as Relicta. Relicta is like it's inspired by Portal, which I also got to play this year, by the way, for the first time. And I really enjoyed both. I think I'm gonna put Relicta in after S tier. Yeah, because if I have to think about the fact that there's games like Portal in there, I'm gonna say after I finish games like Portal, you know? Well, I did finish Portal, just not Portal 2, as you can see here. Anyway, Beholder. I am intrigued by this game. I would like to eventually finish it. It's just not soon. Not that soon. It's not really a priority. It's really cool. I was impressed by it. It's not really my kind of game, again. There's a lot of stealth, which I don't typically like. Yeah, I think in the future, I would like to go back to it. Cassette Beasts was... Wow, I did not expect to enjoy it that much. I don't even know if it has an ending. I assume it does. So, if it doesn't... anyway, I think I'm gonna put it in... I think here. I think if I'm in a very specific mood. It's like a creature collector, you fight, it's like Pokemon, but indie, which to me sounds great. I didn't really grow up with Pokemon though, so, you know, but I did really like Cassette Beasts. Figment, really, really fun game, really unique. I love the art direction. I think I'm gonna put it in after S tier ones. I say S tier, but it's just to, you know, it's gonna play through it ASAP. It's after the ones that are topper, you know? The Talos Principle, I really enjoyed it, but I think I'm not at a place where I can really take in all the philosophical questions that it poses. I don't really have the mental capacity currently to really take in and absorb everything and really reflect on the questions that it asks, but I think it is such a good game. So I'm gonna say it would be maybe my fourth. I would say maybe if I'm in a very specific mood, but I don't think it would be the first I would reach for. I think it's a fantastic game. It's just, it requires you to be in the mindset for it, you know? And I'm not really there this year. Batman Arkham Asylum, fantastic game. I don't know where to put it. I have no idea where to put it. Arkham Asylum. I'm kind of conflating all three of the Arkham games that I played. I didn't play Arkham Origins. I didn't because I don't have it. And I'm trying to play through my backlog, so I couldn't buy it. Although I did include other games that I just bought this year. Anyway, let's not get into that. Arkham Asylum. Okay, I think I'm remembering. I think I liked Arkham City more. No? Actually, I don't remember. You know what? I'll look at the review if you want to know which one I liked more, but Arkham Asylum, I think I'm gonna put it in... Wouldn't be my first choice, and I think I'm actually gonna put all of them there. Because if I can't remember which one is which currently... Well, to be fair, I do have ADHD, so... if I can't remember which one is which, I think they wouldn't be my first choice then. But I do want to finish them. Maybe I should start a series on YouTube, but I was pretty bad at fighting, so maybe not. Okay, Lego Batman 2. I enjoyed this so much more than the first one, but it still wouldn't be my first choice. It would be maybe my fourth. What would be my first choice? Road 96. I want to play through it ASAP. I can't believe I haven't finished yet. There are so many different endings. I want to get through all of them eventually. I think it's a really beautiful game. I love the art style, the writing. I love how political it is, although it's not as political as I would have liked. I think it's kind of safe in that way, but it's a really good game. Just like Wonderstop. I loved Wonderstop as much as I got to play, and I hope to get to it soon. I'm just realizing I have so many games I'm gonna play through it ASAP that you see why I haven't finished them? You see? You see, I just have so many. On Your Tail, I think I really enjoyed this. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. And I think I'm gonna put it in after S tier. Yeah, because I did really enjoy it. The Dream Machine was extremely laggy for me, and technically I did finish chapter 1, which is the only one that I had. I don't currently own chapter 2, and now that I saw how laggy it is, I don't know when I'm gonna buy it. honestly. So I'm gonna put it in the future. I do really, really like the game itself. It's just so laggy. Cube Escape Paradox. I'm so sorry, I haven't finished it. It's the same situation. So I'm not gonna go back to it this year. But I think they're really cool games. I really enjoyed the puzzles. The art direction was really cool. There are so many things to love about Cube Escape Paradox. It's just unfortunately I'm not gonna go back to it this year. Dustborn, very queer game. Enjoyed it. That's very cool. I didn't like how toxic the relationship between characters was. So I'm gonna say it would be maybe my fourth option. Unlike Portal 2, which I really want to finish, but I am playing through it in multiplayer, so I have to wait for the person that's playing with me to be able to finish it. Hopefully they're gonna be able to play Portal 2 with me soon, and something that I can play by myself is Hue. That was such a bad segue. Hue, I think, is a really good game. It's really simple, but also very unique. And I think I'm gonna put it in here. I did have some trouble with some of the puzzles, which I was not expecting. I thought it was gonna be a breeze. So it does have some puzzles that are a little bit more complex than I was expecting, which was really cool to see. Yeah, I think I would be able to stay up all night playing it in one sitting. Unlike Flood of Light, which I have mixed feelings about, because I thought I was gonna love it. I love the mechanic of using the lanterns to drive light from one point to another. It's an interesting game, but then some of the backgrounds were feeling quite empty, and there are a few other nitpicky things that I didn't quite enjoy, but it has really cool mechanics, at least. Down in Bermuda, again, I think I'm gonna finish it after the ones in S tier. There were a few things that I didn't quite like. If you want to go for 100%, which I typically do like to, because I'm an achievement goblin, it can be quite tedious, you know? So I feel like it gets minus points for that. But I really liked the art style. I liked some of the puzzles, not all of them. I can't love everything, you know? But I think it's a really cool game. I enjoyed it. Perfume Atelier, I really enjoyed it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. It's really cozy, really simple. It's really fun when you get into that loop with planting seeds, then mashing them, turning them into fragrance, then mixing the fragrances. It was really cool. I liked it. A very simple gameplay loop. Quite easy to keep going, and once you get into that flow, it's really fun. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year, now that I think about it. I think that's gonna be a future thing, because I did play through it quite a bit, more than the 1 hour that I allotted for it, but it's gonna be for a future thing. Tales of the Neon Sea, I really enjoyed this. I was not expecting to, because the art style wasn't my favorite, you know? But I think it's a really, really good game. The detective gameplay is one of the strongest I've ever seen, and I was really impressed by that. So hopefully I get to play through it very soon. Thunder Trials of Fear Edition. This is such a fantastic game. I was not expecting it to be so unique, and I think... Oh, actually, no. I think I'm gonna put it in maybe fourth. Just because it's so difficult. I'm not really used to games that are this difficult again, but I do like games that take me out of that comfort zone. So I'm hoping to get to it eventually. It's just gonna be for when I want to play a hard game. The Big Con was really, really fun, but I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year. It's really cool. The humor is humoring indeed, but I think it's a future kind of thing. Same as Styx Master of Shadows, I think. Because while I was very surprised how fun it was, I wasn't expecting it because, as I said, I don't really like stealth. But it's a really, really, really good game. PP, a short adventure. It's literally in the name. It's a short adventure, and I still haven't finished it. I'm literally like this close, but I want to 100% it. Harmony the Fall of Reverie, a game by Don't Nod. And if you know me, you know that I love Don't Nod. I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year. It's like a visual novel. I see what they tried to do with it. It's just not for me. Or at least not for me right now. Vampire Therapist. I did not expect to enjoy this so much. I did study psychology. I did want to become a therapist. Didn't end up doing that because doing a master's is very expensive. I actually learned quite a few things myself, which was really cool. So yeah, I would love to play through it properly and completely soon. Same as Thirsty Tutors, actually. I have been going back to it since I played through it the first time. I did not expect to fall in love with it. There's a lot of combat, which I don't usually play games that have so much combat, but it's so much fun. It is so much fun. It is such a fun game. I genuinely love it. Journey. Again, I want to play through it ASAP. Very, very soon. I want to finish it. Journey is such a beautiful game. I don't really have words to explain how beautiful it is and how attached I feel to it now that I've played through it a little bit. I got very sad because I missed quite a few things along the way. As I said, I love 100%ing, and the fact that I missed those things made me so sad that I wasn't able to finish it, but I hope to get to it very, very, very soon. Minute of Violence. I think this one is gonna be a fourth choice kind of thing. I did really enjoy the platforming. I love the art style. It wouldn't be one of my first choices, you know? Open Roads. I feel like, I don't know, maybe the same. Maybe the same. Because I would like to play it soon. It is technically my go-to type of game, but there were a few things that I didn't quite like about it. So it's not really a priority. Unlike Remember Me, which wow. I did not expect to enjoy this game so much. I literally just said I don't usually play games that have a lot of combat or that rely entirely on combat. Remember Me is that exact kind of game that it relies completely on combat. But I love the way they did the mechanic with it requiring combos. Like, you're completely reliant on combos. And I really enjoyed that. So I'm gonna play through it ASAP. The Unfinished Swan, I think either I'm staying up all night playing it in one sitting or forgetting about it until next year. I think it's a strong game, but it felt quite disorienting at times. The World Next Door, I think this one is gonna be... Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year. I really enjoyed it, but it's not really me. Okay, we only have a few left. 911 Operator. I'm gonna put that in again. I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year. I think it's really good. A lot of the games that I put here, don't get me wrong, they are really good games. Just, you know, my personal choice, they wouldn't be amongst the first 20, let's say. 25, maybe. Kinfall, It's the Pillars of the Earth. Same thing. I think it's really beautiful. It's just not really for me because I didn't read the book. I think I will, though. I think it's an interesting enough narrative that I do want to eventually read the book to see what it's about and then maybe play the game. Samurai 3. I think this is a really beautiful game that is maybe, I think it's gonna play through it ASAP. I really enjoyed it. It's, again, unique. I really like the art style. It's very surrealist. I liked the silly little animals singing and sleeping, and I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much because I think it's a really, really cool game that you should play if you want to. If you don't, then don't. But yeah. Disco Elysium. Need I say more? Need I say more? Disco Elysium is definitely at the top of my list to play through completely. I really enjoyed the bit that I've played so far, but unfortunately it's a 30+ hour game, 30 to 40 hours. I don't have that kind of time right now, unfortunately, but as soon as I have some free time, I'm definitely gonna start playing through it properly. Maybe like, I don't know, 5 hours at a time, because it is such a beautiful piece of art. Genuinely, it is a piece of art. Same as American Arcadia. I think this is such a good game. I've actually been going back to it to play a little bit here and there because I really enjoyed the gameplay. It's really engaging. There are quite a few puzzles that are a little bit head scratchy, but not too much. It's perfect for those times where you want something that's only a little bit challenging, and then if you spend too much, it actually helps you so that you don't have to start looking things up or stop playing because you're sick of it, you know? The Long Dark Wintermute is the DLC for The Long Dark, which is a survival game, and it's a story campaign DLC, which I don't think I'm gonna go back to it this year because the survival is brutal. It's really hard. I was told that going into it, but you know, I used to play a lot of The Forest, so I thought I could handle it. But it's actually quite difficult, and actually you have to hunt rabbits, which is very sad. So yeah, it's a future kind of thing. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, again, a fantastic game. It actually, as I said in my review, I think it reminds me a lot of Outer Wilds because it doesn't hold your hand. All of the discoveries feel like you are actually there discovering those things. They feel like your own. But I haven't finished it because I don't have time. We Happy Few. I think when I'm in a very specific mood for it. Now that I know that there's like a bit of crafting and a bit of survival and everything, I kind of know how things go. And I kind of got to know the story. It's when I'm in a very specific mood. Call of Cthulhu, I want to say the same thing. I didn't like the graphics. They're quite old. People were upset about the game looking like that from the get-go. So it's not even that it aged poorly. It's just, it's been kind of bad from the beginning. Pester Quest, I'm gonna go back to it in the future, maybe. It's part of an entire series. When you start playing it, it kind of feels like you're dropped off in the middle of the season, you know, like if you're in the middle of a TV show season and you didn't know anything. Actually, same as Batman 3. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. For the future. I did enjoy Lego Batman 2 way more. Where is it? Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, here. Okay, yeah. It's a little higher because I did enjoy it more. Tavern Talk, I think... Ooh, no. I think it would maybe be my fourth. Yeah, my fourth option for a visual novel. If I'm looking for a visual novel, it's definitely somewhere on the list, just maybe lower, you know? So this is it. This is the tier list of the DNF'd games. That's that. The second tier list will be of the games that don't technically have an ending, so you could play them either until you unlock everything or you just get tired of them. So the ranking goes as follows. I could never get tired of this. I want to unlock everything. Just give me a month. Fun for a while, but I'd pick bacon over it. Probably not. God, I wish I could finish this game so I don't have to ever play it again. Okay, second category. Unlimited games but no bacon. I accidentally put Uno in there. I would pick bacon over it, so it's not inaccurate. But next, we have Coral Island, which I could never get tired of. I honestly like it more than Stardew Valley, although I do have 200 plus hours in Stardew. Coral Island is more for me. Coral Island I enjoy a lot more playing single player. I haven't tried playing multiplayer, whilst Stardew I really enjoy playing multiplayer, you know, so maybe I'll have to see how Coral Island is in multiplayer to decide. Kind Words 2 is not really technically a game. You communicate with people, you know, you help them throughout, like if they ask for advice or recommendations for music or literally anything. People can write anything there. I'm gonna say it's fun for a while. It was cool to be able to ask for advice and also give advice whenever I could. But it's also not the kind of game that I would reach for often, so I would pick bacon over it. Cozy Grove, I absolutely loved. Either I could never get tired of it, or I want to unlock everything. I'm trying to think. I want to unlock everything, just give me a month. It's not really at the top of the top, you know? But I think it's a really, really good game. And also, there's a second one, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit, that just got released very recently. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but it's tempting. Carcassonne, I enjoyed it a little bit. I don't remember it much. Like, I don't remember much how I felt while playing it, so I'm gonna say probably not. Just because I don't really remember that much. So, that's that. House Flipper. Really cool game. I would say it's fun for a while, but I'd pick bacon over it because it was fun, but it's not fun for really long periods of time. I don't think I would reach for it when I would be looking for something more endless, you know? Surviving the Aftermath, I really enjoyed this. I was not expecting it. This was very surprising to me. I don't reach for survival games often, or like city builders, stuff like that. But this one was a really nice surprise. Same as Frostpunk. I would say I could never get tired of this, but I haven't reached for it since playing because it is a rather difficult one. So I'm gonna say I want to unlock everything. Just give me a month, but it's just not like for right now, you know? Airborne Empire, same thing. Same thing. All three of these are city builders, so I'm not much for city builders, maybe. Except for Kingdoms and Castles, which is absolutely my favorite city builder out of all that I've played. Yeah, meh. Okay, we're gonna get to it in a little bit. I'm gonna say I could never get tired of this. Jigsaw Puzzle Dreams, I would say fun for a while, but I'd still pick bacon over it. I would not want to lose bacon over 100%ing or playing more of Jigsaw Puzzle Dreams, although it was fun. I love puzzles. I love doing jigsaw puzzles. So it's really cool that I can just do that for free. I don't have to spend money on puzzles. Letting game. I want to unlock everything, honestly. I would say it's fun for a while, but I actually want to unlock everything. I have been slowly unlocking things, so I want to get more. I want more and more. Space Haven, I could never get tired of this again. Again, I'm not one for colony sims usually. I did play like RimWorld back in the day, like in like 2020 or something. But Space Haven is so well rounded. It has such an amazing tutorial that it generally made me reconsider the colony sim genre altogether, just because it's so well made. So maybe I just need to get more into colony sims because of it. Maybe, just maybe. I do think it is an exception to the rule, just like kingdoms and castles. Songs of Silence, also, I could never get tired of this. It was really fun. I was not expecting it. It's like a strategy game, turn-based if I remember correctly. It's not a bit of me, but it's really good. And I would love to keep playing and playing. I don't know if it has an end. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it should have been in DNF, but I don't think it has an end. Rocket League, probably not. Probably not. Yeah. I think if I were to be playing with friends, I would maybe enjoy it more. But I didn't actually play. I only played against bots. It's a really difficult game. It's really fun, but I think I would rather play it with friends than alone. But maybe, maybe Carcassonne needs to be in here. I don't remember what I was thinking when I put this one as a category, because apparently I'm not going to put anything in there, because this one is also going to go in I Can Never Get Tired of This. It is such a chill city builder. I still remember one of the reviews for it early on, that it's the lo-fi of city builders, and it's still very much correct. I don't remember what this category was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be Carcassonne, but then now I decided to put it in probably not. I don't know. Either way, that was UGBNB. On to the next one. Now for the games that were so much up my alley that I went ahead and finished, I'm ranking them based on erase my memory and tell me to play it again. Yeah, this is great. Not for me, but maybe for you. I don't know why I had it, but I'm not mad. I'm mad. Okay, we have reached the games that I have finished, which there aren't that many, but I completely finished them. Well, completely is a stretch. I didn't do all of the achievements, which is why this isn't 100% that are separate categories. But anyway, Twin Mirror, erase my memory and tell me to play it again. It was so beautiful. It's made by Don't Nod. It's kind of in the same realm as Life is Strange. A really beautiful game. It does have its flaws. Definitely not as near and dear to my heart as the Life is Strange series is, or Lost Records. But I think it is still a really good story-driven game where you have powers, really cool powers. Well, it kind of reminds me of Tell Me Why, but it does have more of a dark twist to it. Wednesdays, again, erase my memory, tell me to play it again. It is such a dark game, but the story is so beautifully told. I can't say anything because it does require a lot of warnings, you know, if I were to tell you anything about it. So I think it's worth it. I think it's a really beautiful game. Quite unique as well. My Friend is a Raven, really short game. I'm kind of mad that it was so short, so that's why I'm gonna put it in This Is Great. It's very reminiscent of Edgar Allan Poe stories. I think it's probably based on one of them. I just can't think of any that specifically. It's made by the same person that made Chuchu Charles. So overall, it's a fantastic game, but it's definitely way too short. It does leave you wanting more, which is great, but also it's too short. To the Moon, I was not expecting to completely fall in love with. It took me by surprise completely. It is such a beautiful game. I didn't really like the graphics at first, which is why I wasn't expecting to like it, but I think the writing, the story is just, it's fantastic. You need to play it, honestly. It's a classic. Just like Portal, which again, erase my memory and tell me to play it again because I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. It is a fantastic game. Absolutely wow. The platforming, the puzzles, the literally everything, how funny it can be at times. Although the last puzzle, let's say, it was so frustrating. I tried 4 times and quit, but I did eventually finish it. The first 3, I'm kind of mad. I was kind of disappointed by this one quite a bit. Honestly, I don't even remember the story. I just remember the graphics were kind of bad. And I think I had quite a few bugs and glitches, so I'm mad. Crowded Followed, I didn't actually have this one before I started the challenge, but I did finish it on stream in about an hour and a half, I think, maybe. It's supposed to take only 40 minutes. Did not take me just 40 minutes. I did really enjoy it, so I'm gonna say, yeah, this is great. It's very scary. I don't do horror games very well. Wheels of Aurelia, I don't know why I had it, but I'm not mad. Actually, I do know why I had it. It was on Epic Games. It was for free, but no, actually, you know what? No, I'm mad. I am mad. Actually, I am mad. I thought I was gonna love it, but I didn't. There was a lot of endings to explore, which I didn't want to do, so I'm gonna say I'm mad. Tacoma, erase my memory, tell me to play it again. Absolutely fantastic. Genuinely one of the best games I've ever played. It's made by the same people that made Gone Home, which is also an out of this world game. No notes. And Tacoma is the same. Sizable. Also, I was not expecting to really enjoy this, but the puzzles were easy, they were pleasant, it looks very cute. I ended up 100%ing this, actually. So I don't know why it's here. Wait, why isn't it finished and not in 100%ed? I think I may have made a mistake. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. I 100%ed it in one sitting, actually. So I should have put it in 100%ed. Either way. The Word Cleaner, it was so much fun. I'm gonna say this is great. It requires a lot of stealth, which again, I don't usually do very well with, but it is a lot of fun. It is very, very fun. I am trying to get all the achievements, actually. I just haven't done that yet. Wellkeeper, again, I would say erase my memory, but I think I'm gonna put it in this is great. I did not expect to enjoy it because I don't usually like bullet hells, like, at all. I'm pretty sure this was my first ever bullet hell, and it's great. It's very simple. You flap your ears to move, and it's really good. The ones that actually made it onto the 100% list are a few, but not all were my cup of tea. So I need more. It took hours, but I'd do it again. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit. I should have given up, probably. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, we're finally on the games that I 100%ed. Although, I did realize on the last one that I am missing Sizable. Sizable should have been here. Anyway, missed messages. I want to say sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Because I really liked A New Life from the same creator, from the same developer. But missed messages actually missed quite a few times, if you catch my drift. Anyway, it can feel quite superficial, and the warnings that they offered were definitely not enough. It was a bit much at times. Botany Manor, I want to say it took hours, but I would do it again. I think this was a bit slow because there was a lot of backtracking, but I enjoyed the achievement hunting. Lara Croft Go, I need more. I need more of this game. I did not expect to completely fall in love with it and just not be able to drop it until I 100%ed it. I didn't play through it in one sitting, but still, I would have. If I could, I would have. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's generally one of my favorite games now. I can't say top, I want to say maybe top 25, top 20, I don't know. Florence is yeah, I need more. This was way too short. It deserved to be longer. Beautiful, beautiful game. Cats Organized Neatly, I don't remember the achievements at all, but I'm gonna say I need more. I really enjoyed it. Such a chill puzzle game, and it's very simple, very straightforward, really cool. I like it. Marie's Room, also, I need more. It's very reminiscent of Life is Strange, and Life is Strange is my favorite series of all time. It used to be my favorite game until I played Outer Wilds. So yeah, it's very reminiscent of the original Life is Strange, and actually maybe a little bit of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Not so much the other ones though. Summer House, I want to say it took hours, but I'd do it again. I don't remember if it actually took hours, but I did require a guide to actually get all of the achievements. If you want to do it the proper way, it's all about trial and error, and I didn't really have patience for that. I just wanted everything unlocked because you actually get items in game, and once you get those items, then you unlock the achievements on Steam. I wanted the items in game, so I had to look up a guide, and then I eventually got all of the achievements as well. Life is Strange Before the Storm remastered, because I had already played the original Before the Storm, and I want to say the remastered is better for Before the Storm. Not for the original, but for Before the Storm, it is better. It does have more bugs, but I liked the remastered for Before the Storm more. And maybe it's also because I had already played through it and I sat with it for like 6 years and then went back to it for the first time. I thought I had replayed it, but I haven't. I think the original Life is Strange was the only one that I had replayed. Although I did genuinely think for the longest time that I had replayed all of them. But nope. Yeah. I'm gonna say it took hours, but I'd do it again. I don't want to say I need more because I think we need to put Chloe Price and Max Caulfield to rest. I do. I am an Ember Pricer more than I am a Price Fielder. Although it's more even now that I've played through Reunion. For Life is Strange Remastered, same thing. I want to say. Life is Strange Reunion, however, sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. I absolutely loved the first 4 hours of the game. It actually took me 17 hours to get through the game on my first run, which everyone was saying, oh, it's like 9 hours long, it's like 8 hours long. 17 hours later. I did stream it. Any game that I stream takes me double the amount of time that it would take anyone that's not streaming. But the first 4 hours were absolutely fantastic. I loved it more than the original Life is Strange, which for the longest time was my favorite game of all time until Outer Wilds. But after that, it completely fell off. It fell off so bad that I would rank it below Double Exposure, I think. I feel better about Double Exposure than I do about Reunion because of the way it just completely fell off in the second half. I had a lot of visual glitches towards the end too. The Lion Song, I need more. This is an absolute work of art. This game needs to be framed. If I could put it in a frame, I would. It is one of those games that definitely changed how I consume games. How I consume media in general, maybe. Really beautiful. Mixtape, I need more. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. I loved it. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's stunning. I think the achievements were fun to get, except for one of them, because I think it was the one with the bottles, to throw a ball at the bottles or something. That one I hated, kind of, because they just kept messing it up. But other than that, it's a really good game in my opinion. I really liked it. And if you didn't like it, that's fine, fair, but I enjoyed it. Call of the Elder Gods, I'm gonna say it took hours, but I'd do it again. I think I would, because I did like Call of the Sea way more. Call of the Sea is actually one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Call of the Elder Gods, not so much. There were a few things that I didn't like, but I would definitely achievement hunt again. Find Your Words, I need more. This was such a beautiful little game. I did not expect to be so heartwarming. I did not expect to cry at the end. Really, really cool concept. And it's free. So, very accessible. Lot on Lot, I need more. I could not put this game down. It was so much fun. It was so satisfying. There were a few times where I was like, okay, how the heck do I do this? So maybe I should put it in 2 hours, but no, I need more. I think if they came out with the DLC for it where they doubled the playtime, I would 100% buy it. Emily's Away, I used a guide, so I'm gonna say it took hours, but I do it again, but it didn't actually take hours. It's like 30 minutes max. I don't want to see too much. It was very easy, but I'm not gonna say I need more, because I don't. I think it's fine as it is. The August Before, I had a few issues with this one. I thought I was gonna love it. I was expecting to become one of my favorite games of all time. Kind of the complete opposite of that. There were times where I absolutely loved it, but it was quite buggy. I had a lot of bugs. I encountered a lot of bugs. It could have been so much better. It had so much potential. I'm gonna say I should have given up on 100% thing, probably. There's also like a lot of nods to games like Night in the Woods and Life is Strange, which was really cool to see. And I really enjoyed the first half. The second half, once the bugs started really breaking the game more, that kind of put me off. Bad and Theater, I did not expect to fall in love with. I need more. One of the games that actually made me think, hey, maybe visual novels are actually really good. Because I used to not enjoy visual novels. But this one is different. I don't know. It was so much fun. It was very engaging. The story was really cool. I like how they broke the fourth wall a few times. It's really well written. No Longer Home. I really liked parts of it, but I didn't really enjoy 100%ing it. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna say, why did I do this to myself? I think it has amazing non-binary representation, and it's a very interesting concept. Quite abstract at times, but the 100% thing wasn't really that enjoyable. So I'm gonna say, why did I do this to myself? We Know the Devil, also a visual novel that made me see visual novels a little bit differently. I didn't enjoy it as much as Bad in Theater. This was sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit. The achievement hunting was pretty self-explanatory, but also writing wise, some of the paths that you had to take for the achievements were, you know. Return to Ash, again, did not expect to absolutely love this visual novel. I need more. I need more. I need more endings. I need more of the story. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers. I almost did, but I won't. Weather Dragger, I need more. This was so much fun. This is amazing. You literally just drag weather around, and depending on how much sun or rain you give the plants, that's how much they grow or don't. You determine that. You determine the prosperity of your land, which is really, really cool. And Thrifty Business, I need more. I need more. I finished this as soon as I got it, basically. I spent like 7 hours in the demo alone. And then as soon as it got released, I bought it and 100%ed it. It's really cool. I love it. And I need more. I need more. Please. Please give me more Thrifty Business. This part is probably gonna be controversial, but let's rank the games I would never touch ever again. I get it, but it's not a bit of me. Could have been good, but not great. I should have kept avoiding it. Why is this even in my library? Wasted 1 hour of my life I'll never get back. Right, this one might get me a lot of hate, but Deus Ex Mankind Divided, wasted 1 hour of my life I'll never get back. I knew it wasn't my genre going into it, but you know, the nature of this series is to play games that are out of my comfort zone, that I don't usually gravitate towards because I'm playing through my backlog and I have a lot of random games on Epic. And I knew Deus Ex was a really loved franchise, but it's just not for me. But it's because I also made a lot of mistakes. Like, I picked the non-lethal weapon, which I thought it was gonna be a rifle, kind of like the Valorant rifle, but nope, it was not. It was not that. It was a sniper rifle. I hate sniper rifles, and that made sneaking around very difficult. It's just overall not my kind of game. I can appreciate it, just I still wasted 1 hour of my life. Garfield Kart, I should have kept avoiding it. Same with Furious Racing. Actually, Furious Racing could have been good, but not great. I enjoyed Furious Racing a lot more because I didn't play alone. Garfield Kart is only single player, which I think it's its biggest fault. And also it's way jankier than Garfield Kart Furious Racing. So, Peaceful Days, yeah, wasted 1 hour of my life. I did not like it at all. I kind of hated it. It felt very empty. I didn't really like the art style. There isn't that much to do. Overall, it feels like a not that great copy of Stardew. It's kind of blatant too. Spirity, I would say, why is this even in my library? Although I know why it's in my library, because I thought I was gonna enjoy it, but I did not like it at all. Also, the art style was not for me either, but that's kind of on me. I should not have gotten it knowing that. I thought I was gonna love it, but I did not. It was kind of disappointing. Yeah. Titan Souls, I'm also gonna say, why is this even in my library? But that's because I actually don't know how I got it in my library. I have no idea. It's a really cool game. Don't get me wrong. It's a really cool game. Maybe I'm gonna put it in I get it, but it's not a bit of me. Because I do think it's a really cool game. Yeah. It's very interesting how you only have one arrow, and with that one arrow, you have to defeat all of the bosses. Well, not at the same time. That would be a little bit too much, but it's like a boss rusher. Is that the correct term? Maybe not. But you basically just fight bosses, which not a bit of me, but it's really cool. I can appreciate it. Same with everything, actually. It's a very philosophical game, which I like, but I didn't really enjoy the gameplay. That was a little bit not for me. It's really abstract, as I said, very philosophical, but it's You know, Deponia, the complete journey, I should have kept avoiding it. I think it can be funny at times, but you're just playing as a massive loser. And from what I've heard, this guy does not get any better. And I don't want to play as a character that I absolutely hate. So I should have just kept avoiding it. But the art style is cool. City Skylines, why is this even in my library? I did not enjoy it. I know it's one of the most beloved city builders, maybe even the most popular one. Not for me. Absolutely not for me. There's no tutorial, or there is a little bit of a tutorial, but it was so confusing. The UI is so old-timey. No. Earthlock, I should have kept avoiding it. I think it could... No. I was gonna say, I think it could have been good, but not great, but I don't know. Maybe actually, yeah. I think it could have been good, but not great. I think it has some really cool stuff, but it also doesn't stand out at all. And I just don't like the graphics. It also kind of feels empty at times, like the world feels quite empty. So could have been good, but not great. Eternites is like a Persona like game. It's like Persona's very crude cousin is what I called it in my review. That's very correct. That's exactly how I feel about it. I'm gonna say, why is this even in my library? Because I'm not really into games like Persona, personal preference, and also it's very crude, which is not for me. Virtual Cottage, this one is actually kind of a focus tool. There's not much gameplay, so I'm gonna say I get it, but it's not a bit of me. It's a really cool free focus tool, but I have played other ones that are more for me. Craft, I get it, but it's not a bit of me. I think there are really good things about it that I think I would have enjoyed if they were refined a little bit, you know? But I didn't enjoy them as they were, so I'm gonna say it's not a bit of me. Death of a Wish, again, I get it, but it's not a bit of me. There was way too much going on screen. My eyes can be a little bit sensitive to flashing lights and such, so unfortunately, I couldn't really play much of it, but I think it's a really, really good game. I just unfortunately could not play it myself. Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, wasted 1 hour of my life I'll never get back. The walking is so abysmally slow. You could travel around with other means of transportation, like a car, a bus, train, whatever. No, I think it's just cars and trains. But the walking itself is horrible. Genuinely, it's so slow. And also, the walking around the 3D overworld map, I did not like that. But the stories that were told were interesting. I hate a lot of things about it more than I like some of them, you know? Stranded Deep, I should have kept avoiding it. I much prefer The Forest. If I were to pick a survival game, I think it would have to be something like The Forest over Stranded Deep. I was also quite frustrated a few times because of the crafting menu. It wasn't really explained properly how to do some things. I did figure it out eventually, but it was a bit too late. So, Shadows of Doubt, I get it, but it's not a bit of me. I think it's a really, really cool concept. I love the graphics. The audio design is also very good. The writing is pretty strong as well, but I just did not enjoy it. There's a bit too much pressure on me, you know? So it's cool, but not for me. Last but not least, the demos and playtests. I'm buying or already bought the full game on release. Would wait for a sale. Would play if I got it as a gift. Yeah, no. Slop. We are finally on the last one, the demos and playtests. There are about 36 of them. Let's get through them really fast. Croak. I would wait for a sale. I think it's a fantastic game, one of the best platformers I've seen in recent years. So I think it's amazing, but because I haven't really been into platformer much lately, I would wait for a sale. Tiny Bookshop, I would play if I got it as a gift. I really enjoyed the demo. It was really fun, but I wouldn't spend my money on it. That's as best as I can explain it. It's cool, but I would rather get it as a gift. Pleasant County, I would wait for a sale or I would buy it on release. I don't know. I don't remember it much. I remember enjoying the gameplay loop, but not a lot of specifics, so I'm gonna say I would wait for a sale. Danchi Days, I think I'm 100% buying it on release, which is gonna be this year. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I think maybe it's gonna be next month actually, or this month if this comes out in August. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I loved the demo so much. And also also the story hits very close to home because it's about a girl that has a grandma with dementia, or Alzheimer's actually. And I had a grandma with Alzheimer's, and it was very difficult living together and taking care of her. So, Undusted Letters from the Past. I really loved this demo. I would wait for a sale though, because it's already been released and I didn't buy it. Otherwise, I would have put it on the highest one, but it's already out and I didn't buy it. So, I would wait for a sale. Unpetrified Echoes of Nature, same thing. It's already out, so I would wait for a sale. But this one, I really loved. I kind of feel like it's more like a kid's game, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, even though it feels like a little bit of a kid's game. Because it's so easy. It's so easy and so cozy, and it has that aesthetic of like a children's book come to life, you know? Dancing Bones was extremely laggy. I would play it if I got it as a gift, though. But I would be pretty upset if the full game is still as laggy as the demo was. I hope it's not gonna be, because it's a really cool concept. It was just so laggy. Call of the Elder Gods, I already bought it. I already bought it on release. I already played through it, 100%ed it. Amazing game. Wax Heads, I would wait for a sale. Maybe, no. I would play it if I got it as a gift, because I thought I was gonna love it, but I didn't. I didn't. There were a few things, it felt more like a chore than I was hoping. So, because of that, I would play it if I got it as a gift. 1348 Ex Voto, yeah. No, it just does not run on my 2060. Unfortunately, it got a lot of hate because people thought that it has lesbian representation, which turns out that it doesn't. It's just the main character's gender identity is vague. But it got a lot of hate for that, for being queer aligned. Why I'm putting it in yeah, no, it's not because of that. It's because it just does not run on my PC, which I already knew going into it. But then I also asked 2 friends to play through it, through the demo, and they also didn't enjoy it. And they said that the only good thing about it is that it's queer. So, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, no. Could have been good. Obstacle Overdrive, I did not expect to enjoy it so much. I'm gonna say I would wait for a sale. I think this is a lot of fun. Bobo Bay, not for me. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up with the kind of games that inspired Bobo Bay. I'm not really the target audience for it. Farm to Table, I would wait for a sale. Really cool game. I really enjoyed it, but there were a few things that don't really make me feel like, oh yeah, I definitely absolutely need to play through this right away, you know? Same thing with The Witch's Bakery. Or actually, no, I think The Witch's Bakery I would play if I got it as a gift. It's beautiful, but the gameplay loop, I feel like I could see it getting boring at times, you know? So that's why I'm gonna put it in, get it as a gift. Shiba Sweet, really lovely, really cozy. I really enjoyed the gameplay loop. There are a few things that maybe make me want to wait for a sale, I feel like. Yeah, I'd rather wait for a sale. Thrifty Business, I already bought on release. I already finished it, 100%ed. Spent like 15 hours in the game, 7 hours in the demo. Amazing game. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Moomin Troll Winter's Warmth. I enjoyed this, but not as much as Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley. So I would say I would wait for a sale. Tukoni Forest Keepers, I absolutely loved the demo. It was a lot of fun. The puzzles were really cool. There was quite a bit of thinking involved. The puzzles tied in with the story really well, which I enjoyed. So I'm gonna say I would buy on release. Gardening, I was not supposed to have this here. This was supposed to just say slop, but anyway. Should I change it now? I'm gonna change it now. I'm gonna change it now. Slop. Unfortunately, when I played through it, I did not see the generative AI disclosure. I did not see the message. It was not there, actually. They added it after. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it was already there and I just missed. No, yeah. I think it was already there and I just missed it. And it was when I had selected it to play through it for the video. That's when it didn't have that. Anyway, either way, it's generative AI slop. Do not recommend at all. I think video games are an art form and I don't think we should be putting generative AI anywhere near video games or art in general. So for that, Hubert was a lot of fun, but it was only 15 minutes of gameplay. So I'm gonna say I would play if I got it as a gift just because I didn't get to see that much of it, but the bit that I did get to play was a lot of fun. Wellkeeper, I didn't technically buy the game on release because the dev gifted me a key because I had covered the demo in a previous video, which was really cool. So I'm gonna say I'm buying already bought on release because I have already played through it. I've already completed it, got into the ending. I just haven't 100%ed it. But I'm gonna say I'm buying already bought, even though I didn't technically buy it myself. But yeah, I wouldn't have waited for a sale because it's really cheap. It's so worth it for the I think it's like a few bucks. It's so worth it. 11 Fool's Gold. I would wait for a sale. No. I would wait for... No. I would play if I got it as a gift. I would play if I got it as a gift, yeah. Because I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like maybe 30 bucks. And then on a sale it would be max 15. I don't think I would pay 15 for what I've seen. Because some of the voice acting was kind of not the best. The story is really cool. I like it. I love the Lovecraftian themes. But it's ultimately was the voice acting that was... What awaits Alexei? I think this game is already out. So I'm gonna say would wait for a sale. No, would play if I got it as a gift. Yeah, because it's not really my kind of game, but I did really enjoy the demo. I think the demo was really great. Focus. I would wait for a sale just because I already have a focus tool that is my go-to. I do want to buy Hocus Focus at one point because it is made by a Romanian team and I want to support them. So I will eventually get it. Just it's not really my first priority. Poem 2, I would wait for a sale. I didn't play the first one. So I feel like I would rather get the first one first and then get the second one, you know? But I did really enjoy the demo. Utterly Lost, I want to buy on release. I had so much fun with this little demo. It is so cozy. It is so relaxing. It's really cute. We Were Here Tomorrow, buying it on release just because I love the We Were Here collection, the We Were Here series. I love it. So I feel like I have to. You know, even though there were quite a few things that I didn't like about the demo that kind of made me scared for how the full game is gonna go. But alas, I will definitely buy, if not directly on release, very soon after it gets released. That's a lot of games that get released this year that I want to buy on release. Object Impermanence, I would buy on release. I don't think I will. I don't think I will buy exactly on release, but very soon after. But I would also not wait for a sale. I think it's the kind of game that I would not necessarily just wait for a sale. I think I would give them all of my money because it is such a novel concept. It's kind of similar to Viewfinder in that way because of the perspective and everything. It's really cool puzzle game. Screenbound, I'm gonna say I would play if I got it as a gift. I really enjoyed the demo. It was really cool, but there are a few things that made it sometimes not super pleasant, like how small the screen is. That was a bit off-putting, but I think it is a really good game. Dear Erin Boy, I unfortunately did not buy it on release, so I would wait for a sale. I would have put it here, but it already got released and I wasn't able to get it, unfortunately. But hopefully very soon, once it is on sale. Luz Lagoon, I would play if I got it as a gift. I had a lot of fun with this, but it's also not really at the top of the priority list. So that's why I'm going to put it there. You're Not Welcome to Renville is a really cool little game. And I think I would play it if I got it as a gift. Yeah. I think also if it was on sale, but depends how big the sale is, you know? If it's like 10% off, maybe not. But if it's like 30, yeah. I really like the humor. The platforming needed a little bit of adjusting, but I think I would play it if I got it as a gift. Echo Weaver, I want to buy it on release. I think this is the closest game to Outer Wilds I've seen. That's all I'm gonna say so that I don't spoil anything. Shroom and Gloom, I would wait for a sale. No, I would play if I got it as a gift. Because as much as I can appreciate the game itself, I wouldn't personally reach for it. So if it went on sale and I saw the notification, I'd be like, cool. But I wouldn't be like, ooh, should I buy it? You know? Nippets, I think I would wait for a sale. I really enjoyed it, but I don't think enough to buy it right away. And Misarium, same thing, I would say. I really liked the Mysarium demo. It has great bones, but I don't think I would buy it as soon as it would be released because there would be other things that are higher on the priority list. But I did really enjoy it. And that's that. That was the last game. I think I've been sitting here for 3 hours recording this. Reporting back to past me. Actually, I was gonna say future me, but no, it's actually past me. Anyway, if you would like to follow along with my journey, please make sure you subscribe, maybe like this video as well. That always helps out. And let me know if I should do a check-in every month or every 3 months. See you next time.